Moving on now, St. Louis City is hosting Minnesota United. St. Louis City 4 wins. Minnesota United's got 11. This is 8:30 at Energizer Park. Looking at the odds here, you have St. Louis at plus 170 and Minnesota United at plus 150. Over 2.5 goals, minus 162, and the under is at plus 126. You have some team totals here. St. Louis plus 124 for over 1.5 goals, minus 158 for under. And Minnesota plus 102 for over a goal and a half, minus 130 for under a goal and a half. I love all the goal totals. If you like either team to score, they're both plus money. That's going to be really one of my official plays. I'm taking the St. Louis team total over 1.5 at plus 124. Scott is taking Minnesota double chance and over 2.5 goals at plus 115. Scott, we'll go to you to first.
Well, I'll tell you why I actually like what you say. I like both of these teams to score. Minnesota's the best first half team in the league. And all they have to do is be who they are and get the goal in the first half. That's going to force St. Louis to come out and play, and actually that's going to open up the game, and that's going to lead to more goals. I think the danger for goals is if Minnesota kind of shuts up shop and keeps it at 0-0 for a long time. But I think that Minnesota will be able to use their sort of diverse weapons. They can play on the wings. They can play through the middle. They've got different guys that can hurt you. And I think that will be the key. They'll be able to unlock St. Louis in the first half, get that first goal, force St. Louis to come out. And that's where the second and third goals are going to come in. And that'll be the opportunity for St. Louis. That's going to put the pressure on them to go out and play. And that's where I think like your team total comes in.
Now, St. Louis has only scored 12 goals in their last 10 matches at home. A lot of that offensive slump has to do with, 12 in their last 10 overall. But a lot of that has to do with only playing 6 of their 10 matches on the road. They have these long spells where they're away. And remember, St. Louis, when they're away, they're going like nearly East Coast to West Coast each and every week. They're stuck in the Western Conference. And I think that has a little more to do with it than we might like to say. St. Louis scored a lowly 14 goals, 11 home matches. 11 of those came in just their last 5. This offense is lighting up a little bit. They got guys coming back. Wallum is going to be back. They have Totland is going to be back. It just seems like now might be the right time for the team to start clicking. Klaus has looked really good at points throughout the season. Minnesota, they have Pereira and Romero suspended. Pereira, I think, is an underrated player in Major League Soccer. He's one of those players that, like, he never shows up on the score sheet, but when you watch the game, it's like he's stirring that midfield. You know, he's taking really, really big control over the matches. And without Romero, you know, maybe that gives them an extra chance, St. Louis, to put something in the back of the net. I just think there's just enough here to really want to take the over on 1.5 goals. Minnesota United, they've allowed 13 goals in 12 away matches, but that doesn't matter because they're home here. So, you know, let's go with over. Let's go with some goals. Let's go with Minnesota United, double chance and over 2.5. St. Louis City team total over 1.5. 2-2 draw would be fantastic. We would cash both slips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's a lot of ways that that these both cash, and I actually think that it probably suits Minnesota's game plan to make both of them cash.